What's up, Bomb Squad? I'm back here with another review. This time it's Psyclon Nine. Terror industrial, black metal infused, aggro tech, harsh industrial artist. Had the pleasure of touring with Psyclon Nine not once but twice. And this review is totally unrelated though. I'm just here as a commenter on the music. So obviously right away we noticed the inverted cross, the anti-God type themes are very common in all of Nero Bellum's work, and this album is certainly no exception. The first song, Blood In, is very atmospheric. It sounds more like a soundtrack, and it builds up into something that kind of reminds me of Pinion by 9 Inch Nails at the beginning of the Broken EP. The first two songs are kind of trap inspired, but still have the classic Psyclon 9 style at the same time. They have some big thumping sub-bass beats and some verses that feel a little bit more trap influenced, and then into the heavy metal, industrial metal choruses with the screaming and the distortion that we're used to. I think that this formula is working really well. I think that the lead single for the album, Money and Sex and Death, is definitely working. It's catchy, it's heavy, it sounds fresh. It feels like a new, reinvented Psyclon 9 for 2022. The other song, See You All in Hell, similar feelings with the production, but lyrically I felt like the line that was repeated about there is no God over and over, it just feels a little like something I wrote in my notebook in high school when I was angry at God. I get it, but if you're so against God, why you keep talking about God? That's just my personal taste, but I think musically those songs are great. The song The Poison Will Deaden the Pain stood out to me because it blends kind of a synthwave style, almost like that Stranger Things synth sound that everyone's so crazy about nowadays, into something that's like almost metalcore inspired with like huge breakdowns and stuff. And I know Nero toured with Motionless in White, so there may have been some influence there or some crossover there, which I do find interesting. I see that Nero continues to evolve his sound. Off With Their Heads is a more typical dance floor, industrial, terror EBM type track that you would expect from Psyclon 9. X Is In Her Eyes is a really good song where it kind of builds up a lot of tension and then explodes into this really heavy guitar riff that's actually kind of chromatic. There's a little bit of a bluesiness to it, which, you know, most Psyclon 9 is super not bluesy at all. This riff has a little bit of soul, so it stood out to me and I like that. I thought it was a cool chromatic riff that's really heavy and you kind of jam out to it, and it alternates nicely between the heavy sections and the soft atmospheric sections. This song is the beginning of a series of songs that are all very atmospheric, soundtrack inspired. It makes me think of some of Trent Reznor's sound scoring work. There are some moments here that almost evoke the Fragile album for me, or some of the Ghosts scoring. A lot of pads, atmospheric pianos. Overall, the last third of the album, I get the feeling that Nero is more interested in being a composer than a rock star. And I think that that's common with a lot of industrial rockers, especially a few albums into their career. I think that that type of material could have been condensed down more to like 1 or 2 songs, or more used as like an interlude. It kind of took me out of Psyclon 9 the band and more into Nero the composer. Personally, it did not grab me as much as the material towards the beginning of the album, especially Money, Sex and Death and the more trap influenced material on the album. So overall, I would give this album a 7. I think it's solid. I think it adds something new to the Psyclon 9 repertoire, but overall I felt like it could have been more of an EP, a really strong EP versus a full-length album. I think that Nero's scoring work is definitely really good, and I think he can definitely find a lot of success in that realm, but I would personally, as a listener, prefer it if it were kept separate from the Psyclon 9 world. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you thought of the album in the comments. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications so you can be updated on all the new videos as they come out. Stay tuned. Bombs away.